Hey everybody, it's Ben Cohen at Wing Chun DC. I'm here with one of my students, Michael. So what's up, Michael? Hey, so today we're going to go over some of the uses for Chi Sao, right? How you use Chi Sao in a real situation, and some of the drills that you can use to kind of replicate some things you might see in a self-defense situation, right? So if I'm facing off against Michael, all right? So when we're facing each other, one of the things I want to be really careful of in a street fight, right, is hook punches that come around the side like this, right? Bam, you don't see them coming often in street fights. You watch any YouTube video, you can see people, this is how people usually fight, they swing. You see a lot of knockouts happening. When you get hit on the chin, that's when the lights go away. It doesn't take much pressure to knock someone out. If you watch good boxers, right, good boxers need like 6 inches, right? They can turn, you need like 3 pounds of pressure, boom, lights go out, right? So one of the things you see in Wing Chun, which I think is a mistake, right, is that people get taught to defend this stuff visually, right? So say if Michael swings a punch, then the Wing Chun person is taught to go, oh, I'm going to do a tanza like this, right? And then swing the other side, and I go boom like that, right? Then I see, it's nothing wrong with the technique per se, right? But what the problem is that this is your vision, okay, that dictates how quickly you can respond to it, okay? So one of the things that Chi Sao teaches you, right, is kind of tactile awareness, right? So this means if we're touching like this now if he goes to throw a hook punch, right, I can actually feel it coming, right? I can feel it, and my hand is actually there to stop it, right? But if you train Wing Chun to the point where you can't transfer energy into the floor, right? So if I put pressure here, he swings hard with this side, right? And then my structure is not good, right? That my connection to the floor isn't very good. Then that punch can topple me over. It will collapse my arm and bam, I'm going to get hit, right? So one of the things you can do, you can kind of rectify this in Chi Sao, okay? By replicating a situation where, let's say, I don't know, Michael's grabbing my chest like this and he's pushing me back, so grabbing my shirt like this, right? And I feel like he's going to come back and swing and punch me, right? So what I can do is I can go on the inside, I can go, see how my hands are covering his elbow like this, right? And you can do a drill like this, right? Where Michael's job right now is to try to touch my ear on either side with his hands like this. And my job is to stop him, okay? So just try and touch my ear. And I'm going to play Chi Sao with him, right? So my job, right, is to not only to stop his hands, boom, boom, but also control his body, okay? So let's come a bit closer, right? So you can see that, right? So he's going to try to touch me. But if I just focus on the hands, keep pushing, keep going, I'm going to get unbalanced here, okay? So what I have to do is I have to go back into where I'm comfortable playing Chi Sao with my elbows in. Now try, right? There, and I'm going to try to control his structure as he does this. As he starts swinging, I'm just going to try to control his frame like that and move him back, okay? So it's kind of like half Chi Sao, right? You're just taking an aspect of Chi Sao and you're isolating it and you're training it as a drill, okay? So Michael tries to do it, his hands on the inside here like that. Say I grab him here, he's going to come on the inside, right? There, he controls me at the elbow like that. I'm going to try to touch his ears, there, okay? He can stop me like this, right? It's good structure, right? This Michael's structure is good, so I basically am having a hard time, no matter how hard I turn into him, right? Right, he's controlling my arms. Okay, so this is effective. So this is what you want to be training when you're doing Chi Sao, right? Or when you're doing these drills, is to practice it with some realism. So you really are trying to slap the other person, touch them in the ear, or whatever. I think if you spend a lot of time, if you throw a hook punch, just practicing your reflexes like this, it seems to me kind of a waste of time. And there's other arts that probably deal with that stuff better, like boxing. On the outside, when you play on the outside in boxing, if someone throws a punch, you get taught to bob and weave, you get taught how to cover, probably tuck your chin, use your shoulders. Wing Chun really should be, in my opinion, it's a touch art, right? It's a grappling art. It's like a clinching system. So anyway, that's one way to use Chi Sao, or use an element of Chi Sao and apply it to a kind of a self-defense situation. So leave questions below if you have any, and we'll do another video and I'll answer any questions you have. All right? Thank you very much.